Hi everyone, today I'll be taking you through the index basket view on Atlas. So when you first log in using your username, which will be your email, and password, which we've given to you, it will bring you to this page. At the top here you can see it's selected, which is the basket view, and make sure indices is selected as well. This will show you the header level information, for example, the description, the reference date, the Ultimus ID, and you can scroll across to see more. You can also add columns by clicking on the Columns tab, and if you want to add the RIC, which is unselected right now, you can click there and it will add and show up there. You can also customize this view by moving around the columns. You can also pin columns by clicking on the three dots and go pin column. You can also sort by ascending or descending. You can also search by index up here. For example, if you wanted to look at all indices from MSCI, you can click there. And anything that contains, oh my god, stupid girl. Okay. Hi everyone, today I'll be taking you through the index basket view on Atlas. So when you first log in using your username, which will be your email, and password, which we've given to you, it'll bring you to this page where it should show basket view, and then also make sure this top icon is selected, as well as indices is highlighted. This is all the head level information, so you can scroll across and see the description, the Ultimus ID, the variant type, and then the index family. If you want to add another column, you can click columns to see what you can add. For example, if you want to look at the RICs, you can click that and it will pop in. You can also move the columns around, and you can sort by ascending, descending, or pin the column. So for example, if you wanted to pin the RIC to the left, it'll pop up there and you can scroll across and it will stay. You can also add indices to favorites. As you can see, I've added 5 indices to my favorites tab, which will show in here. And you can do it by clicking the star, or if you want to remove it, you can remove it as well. You can also search by the RIC or description. For example, if you go here, if you want to look at anything that contains SPX, you type that in and go apply, and it will filter by that. And so if we want to look on the S&P 500, you just click on the index, and then it will pop up down here for the composition. To expand this, you can just click that top button on the left-hand side to drag up the page. At the top here, you'll see the index description, the return type that you're looking at. So this drop-down shows you the other return types which are available, as well as the currency, and then also the date. So today is the 6th of August. However, if you wanted to look at Tuesday's close, you can see Tuesday's close, which is highlighted here, or you can switch to the open. You can also see the version number, and then if you want to download the raw files, you just click on this download here, and you can see all the files available. Up here, you will see the reference date, the divisor, the daily return, the index value, number of constituents, and then again, more identifiers. And then down here is the composition of the index. So you can scroll across to see more information, as well as this is a calculation area. So if you wanted to calculate the notional, which you can select up here, or you can switch it to shares or unit, you can do so. So if you wanted to add, for example, a couple zeros, the calculated notional will change, and then everything else will as well. You can also add more columns again up here as well. So if you want to scroll down, anything that's unselected, you can add. And then if you want to go to the changes, you can look at the changes. This is currently unsorted, but you can ungroup by, you can group this information by any columns. So for example, if you wanted to look at the change type, you can. So for example, there are 3 divisor changes and you can see the dates where they're happening, or you can group by X date. So 6 dots, drag that down, and you can see, for example, the 7th of August, there are 9 changes, and then the change type, and then it will give you the codes as well. And you can close that. There we go. You can also reset these views. So for example, up here, these 3 dots in the top right, you can click that and you can either reset to default view or export this information, or you can click clear filters as well. This is the same for the composition. You can click here, either clear filters or click the 3 dots and export the composition of this index, or reset to default view. If you have any more questions regarding the basket view or Atlas in general, please reach out to our team. We'd be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.